My name's Rain,
I'm Amanda.
and it's a cloudy Sunday afternoon.
It's pretty here, but it's hotter than a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's 84 here right now. It didn't really feel like hot or too bad. I don't know.
It wasn't too bad up there. Maybe because y'all have got the cloudiness today.
Yeah, that's true.
Because yesterday actually was pretty kind of cloudy, and we were supposed to get rain, but it wasn't unbearable
We,
like
we,
the
we
mugginess.
yeah, we've gotten quite a bit of rain here in the past few days. I'm
We're supposed to.
ready for some sunny days now. Just not
I'm
fucking
ready for some
hot.
cooler
Yeah,
days.
me
Yeah,
too. I
like
can't do
where you could
this.
actually do shit outside.
Yeah. Tired of mosquitoes. I'm tired of the mugginess.
Mm-hmm.
I just
And
don't.
we got so many ticks down here too. It's nasty.
There's that new tick thing. Have you heard about that?
I have, and I'm waiting to see this fall if that vaccine does come out.
For the new tick disease that makes you not
Yeah,
eat
the
meat?
Lyme disease. Yeah, yeah, because apparently, uh, the one of the companies that did the COVID one, they're supposed to be releasing a
Jeez.
vaccine this fall for Lyme disease. And I
Lyme
was like,
disease or the
so you're
new
gonna give?
disease?
I'm like, so you're gonna give everybody Lyme disease and then come out with a vaccine? Like, shouldn't you have
It
reversed that?
is it is it Lyme disease or the new disease? You're
I haven't heard of the new disease. I've only ever heard about Lyme
yeah.
disease when it comes
There's
to ticks.
there's Lyme disease has been around for a while with ticks, but my cousin actually had Lyme disease from a tick.
My
But
first husband had it too.
damn, yeah,
Mhm.
it was. I felt terrible for him, but
It's awful.
so there recently there's like this new tick thing. I can look it up or whatever, but
Yeah.
if you get whatever disease it is,
Mhm.
like you can't eat meat anymore.
Oh, okay. I did see something like that. I didn't see that it was associated with a different disease. I thought that was like something with like the Lyme disease, like that over time you'll not be able to eat meat or all that other stuff. And I was like, well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah. Um, I can't find anything like super quick on it, but yeah, it makes you like not be able to eat meat, and that would
That no,
I couldn't.
just kill me.
Yeah, I couldn't. And I've heard a lot of people say like it's the push to, like the fake meat, the
Mhm. Yep.
um a push to do that because I guess like then they fully control the meat market. Like
Yeah.
that eliminates farmers and everything.
Which really fucking sucks because it's not like you're already like pushing them to the brink of extinction already.
Yeah, I mean,
You know? Like what what the fuck? Like I understand maybe having like more climate controlled areas for produce and stuff like that just because a lot of times, like the heat or not a rainy spring or all these different things can factor into a whole ass harvest just being completely useless.
yeah,
But like you were just like I hate how much they're handcuffing all of these farmers and stuff to all of these ridiculous expectations, and it breaks my heart.
yeah. I mean, it's just they're trying to funnel every dollar back to the government essentially or whatever. You
Yes,
know,
or whoever,
they're
right?
finding every single way to just funnel it all
To
back
just get it all back. It's like, God,
and
guys,
then go spend it
like,
on some dumb shit.
right?
you know?
Stupid shit. Like, okay, if you're gonna do, like, at least do it better,
Yeah.
right? Like, stop being so damn obvious with your shit. Like,
Yeah.
and then of course we're just like, what are we supposed to do about it?
Have you followed the Charlie Kirk stuff at all?
I have. I tried to get into the pretrial stuff,
Uh huh.
but it was so hard. So I was waiting for the transcripts and I haven't revisited it because when I was looking up all the pretrial stuff, I was getting so much good shit, but from both sides.
Right.
Whether you believe he did do it or you believe he's just the guy that they're trying to put forward, right?
Uh huh.
So I was like, okay, this is just a bunch of, okay, I can't make my decision until I actually read right? The
Yeah,
motions that were brought and what the judge actually ruled on, and all those things. So I was waiting for the transcript.
I yeah, I think it's kind of hard to find like full videos of the trial itself.
Yeah, yeah, like it was a lot of snippets and they were all really good. Like don't get me wrong, like they were making really good points, but it's like I can't fact check you right now.
Mhm.
Right? Like I don't want to speak on something where I'm just like, because there was a few things that did make me clutch my pearls. It did.
Mhm.
But I was like, okay, I have hold on, right? Don't jump, right? Because it's so easy for all of us to do that and to get so passionate and so caught up in something and come to find out that is not what fucking happened, or that's not the case, or so I'm like, okay, no, I need to wait because I need to confirm, but I am very interested and I will be following
Yeah,
that
the
trial.
reason I brought it up is because like I've listened to a lot of stuff about it, and just with the evidence, they said they had this just pile of evidence to bring into the pretrial, and they really didn't have much of nothing, you know.
Right.
and
Right.
and it's just like all these different things happening, like the Andrew Colvett guy like making these extremely long posts and making these videos, like he's just making himself look worse and worse and worse.
He does. He does. There was one clip and it really kind of sparked my interest, and that's why, like, that's what really made me be like, okay, hold on. I need to wait and see what all actually transpired, like what motions were brought, what evidence was allowed or not allowed, and all this stuff. But I did see the one clip where the judge was asking the prosecution if they had the footage unedited.
Mm-hmm.
And the prosecution seemed, now, of course, the video could make it seem that way, but the prosecution did seem a little taken aback and kind of shuffling to find out if they had the footage pre-doctored,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I was like, that would be interesting, right? Like just the actual, like, no zooming in, no circles, no not, like, just
Yeah.
unedited footage. And they, like I said, the video that I saw did make it seem like the prosecution was stuttering a little bit to that question.
I think
So
it seems crazy to me, and like it doesn't seem like anybody would ever do this, but bringing in edited footage like that, just like why would you do that?
I was a little surprised too, especially because the typically what they would do or should do is bring the unedited version for the evidentiary hearings, right? So
Yeah.
it can be determined whether it can be used or not. And then for trial purposes, right, for the jurors, show them unedited version and then show them the parts that are zoomed in on certain parts, like side by side, or like, so then at that point you can doctor it to try to make your point, like, hey, this is what you're looking at, this is what's important in our opinion, all those things. But the fact that they didn't have the undoctored
Yeah.
video at pre-trial, at the hearing, at an evidentiary hearing, seemed a little crazy to me. Seemed a little like, why'd you drop the ball on that?
Yeah, I just thought it
You
was kind
know?
of weird.
But
Um
yeah, I will be following that, and we will definitely be discussing all those
it's
things.
so crazy because like I think this with, like JFK or Martin Luther King or Charlie Kirk or anybody like a major
Mm-hmm.
public figure getting assassinated like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's not that hard to solve a crime, especially
No,
when it's right in front of everybody's faces.
it's not. And the majority of our detectives around the country, right, regardless of their entity, whether they're local, state, fed, like, a lot of them do a really good job and they're really thorough and they do all this stuff. So, and I wonder, right, like, it does smell a little off at the moment, we'll
Yeah.
say. Like I said,
It's a little
I'm not
smelly.
ready. I'm not ready to determine anything at this moment, but I do have a whiff of some maybe bullshit in the air.
Yeah.
that has be like, what the fuck is that? Like, who fucking let that one rip? Like, what the fuck? You know, like we're being crop dusted a little. So
Yeah.
I am interested, and like I said, like I was like, okay, looking into it, and every person that was reporting on it, yeah, they sounded so good. Because
Hmm.
no matter what side, again, whether you think he did it or he's just a patsy, anybody that was making content on it, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Really? They what? Like, and it had me ping ponging back and forth, and I'm like, he didn't do it. Fry him. He didn't do it. Fry him.
Right.
So so I was just like, okay, I need to stop because I'm being one of those people. Like, and just making a judgment before
Hmm.
we actually have any evidence, any transcripts, anything. Like, I'm like, I need to slow my roll. Okay.
It's
You know?
always had a little smelliness to it to me since
Mm-hmm.
it all happened, but
Yeah. And I did see the footage when it did happen, and
mm-hmm.
God, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh.
The a lot of people have been claiming the mic, the lapel mic, and it exploding or whatever. And in the
Mm-hmm.
video, like I actually saved a video to my phone. You can
Mm-hmm.
see his shirt doing whatever
Yeah,
before there's
I
a hole.
yeah, yeah. Well, and a lot of people were also talking about something with his back collar. I wasn't really understanding like
Well, there
what they were trying to point out, but it was
so
like
that
something
his
down there
necklace
too.
his necklace like when all like the shirt like did something like that and his necklace swung around like the
Oh,
necklace
okay.
had snapped and the one side of it had swung around his neck.
Hmm.
And it's so weird because another thing is too like it's it's a lapel mic and this particular one has a magnet. So you have the magnet on the inside of your shirt, you have the mic,
Mm.
on the other
Like
side.
on it. Okay.
Yeah. And I can't imagine putting it on the inside of your shirt, which his was. It was on the inside of his shirt rather than the mic being on the outside of his shirt. And they had said
Okay.
something about him. They were trying something different that day, blah blah blah, whatever.
Right.
And like I said, like it's hard to judge, with videos and editing and all that, but there's a particular video I have saved where you can see the shirt moving before there's a hole in his neck.
Okay. I'll look at that because
It's
I I do the one thing that I am kind of sticking on is the screwdriver.
yeah, I was thinking
That little tidbit really has me going, huh?
mhm.
Like, cause it's almost like they're trying to introduce him as this like criminal mastermind, but an idiot.
Yeah.
It's like, can you be both? Really? I don't know. It seemed a little too convenient,
Well, you just
in
can't
my opinion.
like
Now it's very possible that he didn't know that it fell out of something, or he didn't pick it back up and he was just trying to get, I mean, in that rush, and you don't really know what it's going to feel like, right? And
what part of the
all this
screwdriver
stuff's
you
happening.
find interesting?
That it was left on the
Oh,
roof.
okay.
Yeah, that it was left behind.
Um
I don't get like the gun being so big, and then the thing, like, it was just not adding up to me. It did kind of smell.
yeah, and like the videos of him with the limp when they're saying like he had the gun
Mm-hmm.
in his pants,
Like the gun was down. Yeah.
you can clearly see his knee bending in those
You
videos.
can, and I was like, even if the gun was down his
And his
pants,
pants were kind of tight. Like they were
I
like
was about, well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you'd see the outline of a big ass fucking
yeah,
gun on the. It's
yeah.
not like he was wearing Jankos,
Right.
right? Like, he was like,
It's
they were like straight legged, if jeans at the or
right,
pants or whatever
right.
he was wearing. But you would be able to see that large of a firearm
Yeah. I mean,
down somebody's
I'm
leg.
just thinking about the butt of the gun. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it was like cuz supposedly he took it apart and then put it together and then took it apart again, whatever. And I mean, maybe you could have the barrel in there, but still, like with him bending his knee and the tightness of his
You'd
pants, you
still
can see the
be.
outline of a phone,
You can absolutely,
but
you
you
can.
can't see anything
In a wallet,
else.
but yeah, but you're not going to be able to see any piece of a big ass gun.
You would
Like
see something.
and
I
then him going up the stairs. I'm like, okay, well, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
know,
mean, the limp would
like
have been a lot more, I think.
yeah. I mean, he'd have to have like one leg do like this number.
Yeah, that's
You know,
exactly what I was thinking. Yeah,
like it's like, oh, poor little handicapped kid trying to get up the
yeah. This
steps.
poor
But
guy.
go you, you're my hero, right? Like I
Yeah,
mean, come on, guys. But yeah, no, I think it does have a distinct smell to it as of right now to me, but like I
but
said, I'm trying to be good.
like being what it is, like let's say that it was like a setup, and Turning Point planned all of it and whatever. You would think they could have done better.
Well, it's almost like they could have done better. But would it have been too good, right? Then you wouldn't have necessarily had maybe a patsy, right?
What do you mean too
Maybe.
good? Like,
Like if it was just too clean cut. No, you know what I'm saying? Like too good of a job,
well, these are people.
right?
Well, not necessarily Turning Point, but like the FBI has even been weird on it. But like the FBI, these are people that solve and like
They do.
deal with crimes every day. You would think they would know how to set up the perfect crime and fake the audience. Like,
Yeah, but that doesn't give anybody closure. If you set it up as the perfect crime, right?
well, if they just wanted to get rid of somebody, what do they care about closure? Like it'd be one and done. Like this is who did it, and it's
Oh,
over.
well, I'm looking at it like the perfect crime where there's no evidence. And
Oh,
so then
I'm
there's like
saying
nobody ever caught,
no. I'm saying
right?
like if you want to have this patsy or whatever, like why? Like it seems like you would have the knowledge to be able to set it up perfectly where this person goes down for it. That's it. It's over. We got rid of the guy we wanted to get rid of, and we had a guy take the fall for it.
Well, they probably thought they were going to be able to do that. The problem is when you do that in the 60s, allegedly,
Yeah.
there's not 1,000 phones and security cameras and forensics
Yeah.
and all this crazy shit. When you try to do something like that in 2026, you've got all like tons of businesses have cameras, phones have cameras, cars have cameras,
Mm-hmm.
neighborhoods, satellites, so many people around, right? So you have all this stuff. So it's a little bit harder to just kind of be like, this is the guy, and everybody be like, okay, well, we believe you, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they did it like they quote allegedly always do,
Maybe
but
the point
it's
is
a
to
little
be
too
sloppy
modern
about
right
it.
now.
Yeah, maybe the point is to be sloppy about it.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe they needed to be because um, he's not a vet. He's not trained in any ways in
Mm-hmm.
any kind of special anything, right? He's this like goofy, clumsy looking young guy. If that's your guy, he's not gonna be. He's not Bond. Like so you can't necessarily look like he is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So that Airbnb thing you sent me.
yeah,
Tell us the
assholes.
rundown on it, like, and I'll play the video.
Okay. Okay. So this is a specific couple recently that owns an Airbnb and they're not happy with how their guests left their property, and so they were making a video to shame said guests. Now, they're not the only hosts that have done this in the past, and usually 9 out of 10 times it really goes bad for the host more so than the
Yeah.
guests. It usually kind of turns on them. So when I came across this one, this is one of the more recent ones, um, and in my opinion, probably one of the most ridiculous ones. Um, I had to send it to you because it's an interesting thing,
Yeah.
Airbnbs.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and play this video, and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
Airbnb hosts Cassie and John publicly shamed their guests online simply because they moved an ottoman and left food behind. The couple recorded a video while checking their property after 4 guests completed a 3-night stay. They complained that a TV remote had been moved, an ottoman had been pushed against the couch, and leftover mac and cheese was still in the refrigerator. Cassie and John said moving furniture was against their house rules and claimed the guests had shown no respect for the property. They also complained that the food smelled bad and that the beds looked heavily used. However, viewers quickly turned against the hosts. Many pointed out that the remote was not missing, the ottoman could be moved back in seconds, and guests were expected to sleep in the beds. Others asked why guests were paying a cleaning fee if they were still expected to leave the property in perfect condition. Some agreed that guests should throw away old food, but said these small problems should have been handled privately through Airbnb's review system. Another Airbnb host called the video unnecessary and said it could make people feel uncomfortable about renting from private hosts. Many viewers said the video showed why they now prefer hotels where guests are not publicly criticized for normal use of a room. What do you think?
I'll have to research this more. It just seems so crazy.
No, I mean, I know that it does, especially if you haven't seen these kind of things before, like it hasn't popped up for you before. But this was like an ongoing trend because a couple years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been a little longer. So when Airbnb first started, it was up to the host to to their discretion of what they were charging and what kind of fees came along with staying at their Airbnb, right? Well, then when the Airbnb like website, right, where you could post all of your Airbnbs started becoming bigger, that company added extra fees on
Mm-hmm.
top of it, right? So then when people started noticing, they were like, well, fuck Airbnbs. Like, I'm not going to pay $1,200 for 3 nights for, a little cabin when I can, spend a fraction of that at a hotel, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people started kind of getting away from the Airbnbs, and and I feel like this in their eyes, it's like their way of fighting back. Like, look what we have to deal with. And oh my gosh, and this is why we charge cleaning fees, and this is why we, do these things. And it's just like, okay, but you're ridiculous, and that just seems more of like an inconvenience rather than an actual problem.
Yeah, it just like it seems like it would just push the customer away even further.
Oh, absolutely. So have you how many Airbnbs have you stayed in? Have you ever done the Airbnb thing?
Yeah, I mean that's honestly like that's my first thought when I need to stay somewhere. Like I don't think about hotels anymore because I always just get an Airbnb anywhere I go.
I like to stay. So we've stayed at a condo in Tybee before for through an Airbnb, and then my other Airbnbs were um themed. To no surprise of you, they're Harry Potter themed.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And it
yeah.
was so cool, right? Oh, so awesome. Because they are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cheap. So it's like for me, if I'm gonna spend that much money, I want to be an experience, not just somebody's 2-bedroom ranch,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, so I kind of I don't think Airbnb first, just because I think that's probably why, because like all the ones that I've stayed at, and of course, given they are themed, it is immersive, it is like a whole experience, and we know that's what we're paying for. They're like 400 or 500 bucks a night. So I'm like, oh, we're not doing Airbnb.
Well, yeah.
Where's the
I mean,
hotels?
like me, just looking for a place to stay. Like if it's me and somebody else, like it's just like you either need one bed or two, depending, and like you can find pretty cheap ones. Like I don't look for anything special. I just look for what can hold me.
What can accommodate you?
I don't
Yeah.
I don't prefer the Airbnbs that are on the same property as the Airbnb owner, because it just kind of feels like
Makes you feel like you're staying with people you don't know.
kinda, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I have stayed at those where like it's like a little cottage right behind these people's house, and it was nice and everything. Like
Yeah.
nothing about it was excuse me bad, but
Right.
but I do prefer like the houses when they're just by themselves. It's like you have this whole house, like there's a full kitchen, this and that. I don't know, they're more comfortable to me. And then like a hotel room, I don't mind a hotel room. Like I don't have any issues with a hotel room, and I honestly sleep really good in hotel rooms because I take that AC unit and just
It's
crank
way
it
down,
as
right?
far down
Hell
as it'll
yeah.
go.
That's the first thing you do. I do that before I even put my bags down. I'm like
Right.
pumping this little bitch down.
Walk in the door.
Yep, down, keep going down. No, well, and when we did I didn't think anything of it when I would stay at the themed ones, but when we did the condo, it was one of the first times we ever did like an Airbnb, and it was my family and then my sister and her husband. And everything was great until we had to leave. And that's when it's like, no dishes in the dishwasher or the sink, and strip all the beds and vacuum and all these things and wipe down surfaces. And it's like, and we had to like clean it, which is fine. I don't mind cleaning, but at the same time, we did pay an extra $375 for a quote cleaning deposit, right? Why are we cleaning if we're paying? And like, that's not necessarily refundable, not for every host. So it's like, why did I just pay you almost $400 extra when we're the maids now?
Yeah.
Versus if you stay at a hotel, you just pack your bag and you walk out.
Just go. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, a hotel to me is just like all the rooms are the same. There's nothing special. It's just a spot to sleep. But an Airbnb, you are staying in somebody's property. They're allowing you to stay there for a fee and whatnot. And I guess the way I see it is they're just wanting it left the way it was before you got there type of deal.
Which is fine.
But like
but
when it like I've been in them like where they say, at least have the dishes in the dishwasher and run the cycle, like not putting stuff up. And then I think they usually say like when it comes to the sheets, just throw them in this certain area, or they have bags or whatever. But I don't know.
I guess it really just comes down to either or has pros and cons, but it just
Right.
really comes down to
Yeah.
like where you're at, what you're going to be doing, how long you're going to be staying there. Like I could totally see getting an Airbnb for a large family for like a week stay or stuff like that, right? Like if you're going to be there for a little while and you're going to partake in stuff in the area, you don't necessarily have to be in a hotel. It would probably be way more comfortable to do like an Airbnb thing. But I think that the expectations, right? Because I understand you wanting your property to stay maintained for as long as possible, right? Completely understand that wholeheartedly. But at the same time, it is an investment property. And there are such thing as landlords and renters, and you pay the deposit and you either get it back or you don't, depending on how bad you were in the area. And but part of having any property, whether it's your main property or an investment property, it's still up to you to maintain it. Like if you have to paint it or freshen up paint, you got to paint it. If you have to fix something, you have to fix something. If you have to hire a cleaning service to come in after a stay to do it, then that's what you have to do. And then you just can incorporate that. But I think people would rather have certain fees maybe be optional, right? Like if you're willing to pay the cleaning fee, then you don't have to strip all the beds and vacuum and wipe down surfaces and do all that stuff. But if you want to forfeit it, then you are responsible for, these things or something like that. It just seems a little outrageous, especially with how expensive everything is, for people to start getting extra nitpicky.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to like moving furniture, like I think it said the ottoman was pushed over
The
to this.
ottoman was pushed up against the couch.
Like, I
So
mean,
instead of it being in the middle of the room,
or
right, they had it closer. So they were probably using it to put their feet on
yeah,
it. But it was the same. It was the same material and stuff as the couch.
or the remote. Like I can kind of understand that because a remote's sort of easy to lose. But if the home is set up where there's just like zero clutter, it should be pretty easy to find.
Be like, oh, that's where they put it.
Yeah,
right?
like maybe it
Instead
slipped in the
or-
couch. Like it just you find it in the couch. You don't have to.
Absolutely.
It like it shouldn't be too hard to find, or tie it to the frickin' coffee table or something.
Yeah. Chain it.
But
Put a
like
little chain around it.
I think I would. I don't know. I feel like I would feel a certain way if I owned an Airbnb and somebody just left just nasty ass dishes piled up, or like just crumbs all over the stove and shit. Like you would think like people would clean up after themselves just because they want to clean up after themselves, not necessarily for the Airbnb. But like if you're just leaving food laying out everywhere and dishes piled up and you spill this, spill that, like yeah, I get that. But
Yeah, no, I absolutely understand that. But even those things, handle it with the guest.
yeah. Well, I mean,
know?
like yeah, if you leave a pile of dishes and crumbs everywhere, there's your cleaning fee,
Exactly.
But
like,
if you don't leave any of that stuff, like I would even, it's probably really difficult, but it's almost like you could be like, if I have to do this, this, and this, then you get half of the fee back. I don't know. Like I said,
yeah, like I feel like there's a different way to do it. But regardless of what house rules you have for your Airbnb, um if any of them are broken, and again, you have every right to have as many ridiculous rules as you want because people don't have to stay at your particular Airbnb. But I feel like we're missing the class and the decorum of just reaching out to the damn guests that moved the fucking ottoman. You don't have to try to blast people online. Like, do we not have anything better to do with our fucking time than to blast human beings online?
yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot
like,
about that part. Yeah, I wouldn't.
yeah.
That to me is wild. And the fact that you're blasting somebody else would make me not want to stay at your place, even if you didn't do it to
I
me.
would never want
Like,
to stay at their place.
I'd be afraid of doing the slightest thing.
Yeah, no, I'd probably honestly end up sleeping in my car in the driveway,
right.
just to make sure I don't fuck anything up, right? And that's the thing. It's like you should be grateful in this economy that somebody is staying at your Airbnb. If you're lucky enough to have that kind of investment and you have regular occupancy, again, I understand the disrespect thing sucks, but again, handle it with the guest privately.
Yeah.
Don't try to be assholes and blast people online, because I'll tell you what, even if that house was trashed, okay, and it wasn't, but even if it was, it still puts a bad taste in my mouth that they blasted them online.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'd still like feel the same way about it. Like, oh, I don't want to stay at their spot because they're just going to end up blasting me online.
It's almost like a slander type deal,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
if they could sue.
that's what I was thinking. Is like, who's to say they left this mess? And you're just saying they did all this and destroyed your Airbnb.
Good point. They themselves could have pushed the ottoman up against the couch.
Like,
right?
You should never blast anybody over something like that, because that could be very iffy in court.
Yes, it could be. Yeah, 100%. You're opening yourself up to being vulnerable, not only to all of the slander now from the people that see your ridiculous shit, right, online, but you're also opening up to potential lawsuits, because there might be people out there that watch that video and be like, oh my God, I cannot believe those guests did that. Slobs, disrespectful. Oh my God, they're disgusting and so gross. And I think I know them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then it just balls into this big big
If it,
ordeal because what if people weren't siding with the guests? What if they did agree with the hosts and now
hmm
you have you're just all over the internet as a piece of shit.
Yeah, like if the video goes viral enough, everybody's gonna see it,
Oh yeah, 100%.
and yeah, like
I
if
wonder if you could even consider it like online bullying,
yeah.
you know?
I mean, so it's like you ever been at a job and maybe you or somebody else messes something up, and rather than pulling you aside, they call you out in front of the whole group. Like
Yes.
that to me is just you've got some problems if you're calling me out in front of the whole group. Like there's no point in embarrassing somebody for making a
Right.
mistake, you know?
Correct.
If they
I
made a mistake, just address it, fix the
Mhm.
mistake and move forward. Don't
Right.
embarrass them and make them look, smaller than their peers when it comes to this job.
Right.
It's just I think it's extremely disrespectful.
I know, I agree. I had my first job, my manager, and I loved her and she taught me so much.
Mhm.
So much and I am so grateful. But she now I was the baby, so everybody kind of took it a little bit easier on me than most, but
Mhm.
so I never got it really, really bad. But she would say, call me out, but she would be more respectful about it and a little bit more reserved about it. Like it wouldn't be in front of a whole lot of people. It might be in front of a couple, like two of my coworkers, because she did believe that we learn from our mistakes
Mhm.
versus our successes. And the few times that she did call me out for stuff, like I said, it wasn't malicious, it wasn't angry, it wasn't rage filled. It was very like professional and stuff like that. But I have also been in a work environment where somebody would do that but be super shitty about it and just be yelling and being like, gosh, you're stupid and why would you do that, and everybody and their mother could hear them, and that I can't
Yeah, like
do.
if like there's a way to go about it. Like if this person makes a mistake that other employees could potentially make, then there's
Hmm.
a way to go about it. Like, hey,
To like teach the lesson.
yeah, so and
Hmm.
so did this. It's not their fault. They were just, they're still
Hmm.
learning, whatever. But it's a mistake and it's okay. We can move forward. But here's so and so's mistake shown to everybody else. Like,
Hmm.
this is
So we
what
don't
this
repeat
this
it.
is what we don't want,
This is all a teaching lesson,
But if
right?
you
It's a
just
teaching
walk in
opportunity.
there like in the break room when they're all together and like,
Mhm.
how could you do this? Why did you do? You're so stupid. Blah blah blah.
Yes, and talking down to them and
Yeah,
screaming and being super angry. Then now that
that's
I
a
do
real
not have
problem.
any
I'll walk out
respect
on a
for
job
that.
on that. I can
Mhm.
find a job. I
Right? You can't deal with
a,
insane toxicity like that. Like that is so awful,
a job is
right?
as easily as replaceable as the employee.
Yes. Yes, and unfortunately when a company allows somebody like that in the company and they stay, you keep poisoning all the good potential that you're losing out on because you're willing to hold tight onto this one piece of shit
Mm-hmm.
who is literally turning the workplace into just hell for everybody
Yeah,
else.
you're just
You know?
poisoning the well at that point.
Absolutely. And it's just like, okay, guys, is it easier to cut out the cancer, or are you just going to keep letting potentially good employees just keep rotating in and out of this fucking,
Yeah.
job? But they'll hold on to a toxic motherfucker for dear life for whatever reason.
A lot of times it's that toxic motherfucker that gets the numbers.
I
Like,
know, and it looks good.
yeah,
Like it doesn't, on the surface, it doesn't look like they're doing a bad job.
like most of the richest people in the country or in the world are just shitty human beings.
Oh,
And
100%.
they like all they care about is making another dollar. So they will do whatever it takes.
to make it.
Yeah, and that just destroys your morals. Like that's money and a sin. Like that's how
Yes,
like that's using money in the absolute wrong way. But
wholeheartedly.
yeah, that's crazy. The I don't know what I was gonna say. What were you gonna say?
Was I gonna say something, or do you want me to say something?
Yeah, what you got to say?
What do I got to say?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's see. I did see the story about. I think I sent it to you. I don't know if you saw it or not, but the homeless guy shooting the cyclist in California with the BB gun.
Oh yeah, he was
Did you see
shooting
that?
the nude cyclist.
Yes, and I was like, when I saw it, it was like, homeless man arrested for shooting cyclist with gun, and I was like, what? And then you learn that it's a BB gun, and then you learn that they were naked, and I was like, baby, he shouldn't have had a BB gun. He should have had a dang AR or a freaking Tommy gun or something. You got naked cyclists? Like, what are we doing?
Where was this at?
It was in California.
It was probably in San Francisco, I would assume.
Probably.
Um,
But I was like, you release that poor man right now. Like, are you insane? Like, what? So we're going to arrest somebody. Now, should he have shot them? I don't know. I guess it depends on what they look like. But maybe don't shoot them with a BB gun. But come on, guys. Why are we allowing in society naked people cycling?
Pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
And Rain, you're a dude. Do you want to cycle naked as a dude? Because I just feel like that is just an ER visit waiting to happen.
Well, yeah, if you fall, I mean, I would totally do it. That would be like,
You're just like, your junk is just like boo, boo, boo,
Yeah.
boo, 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 boo,
I
all
mean,
over the place. Like,
if I could
I don't
be,
know.
no shit. If I could be naked all the time, I would.
that
like-
doesn't surprise me.
Like
You're the wrong dude for me to
Yeah.
ask.
I just recently stopped wearing underwear like a month ago,
Oh.
and it's it's about the closest I can get. But yeah, I actually went to a clothing optional bar in Key West. I told you about that actually a long time.
You did.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
you
yeah.
did a while ago. Yeah,
That was
it was
the-
a long time ago.
That was wild. That was wild, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot about San Francisco, and they nudity is not as
Right, which I mean, again, like if you don't want to wear clothes, that is fine. But can the people that
don't want to see
you're
it.
around have the option to not see you naked? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be free, right? But in society where there is everybody else.
Well, I wonder if it's certain areas of the city where it's allowed, and other areas it's not. You would think like that's how they would do it.
You
But
would think,
to
but
avoid like children seeing and whatnot.
I have a feeling that that's not the case.
Yeah.
But
I have to look into
They
that. 'Cause
should.
Yeah, it's yeah. They should. They should, because I mean, it's like smoking or non-smoking section. You don't want to sit in
Yeah,
the smoking
like-
section if you don't smoke.
right. And you're also giving the option, right? To where you can, if you are a smoker, you can
Mhm.
sit in this area. And then if you're not, you can sit away from it and still have the same experience, still have the good meal, still be able to enjoy what the activity you want to enjoy and partake in, but have the option to, accommodate, right? But I
Mhm.
feel like a bunch of dudes naked cycling through, if they get hit by a BB gun, I mean,
It's not all dudes though, is it?
I don't think it was all dudes, but he shot
Probably
a
the
dude,
greater portion of the people were dudes.
most likely.
It's how it always goes. Why?
It's always
like-
the dudes, and again, more power to y'all. But it's always the dudes. It's always the older dudes, and it's always again more power to you. And I am jealous of your confidence level, but
I've
at the same
never
time,
the dudes, like, it's always the dudes, like, women don't do this. Like, women don't put themselves out there the way that dudes do. I was just watching this. It wasn't like a cops thing, but it was something kind of. It was like this woman it showed her door cam, and was like coming into her apartment, and there was a guy looking at the apartment across from hers, and he said something to her and kind of gave her the creeps, and then 2 weeks later he ends up moving in that apartment that was across from hers, and like on her camera, like you could see him all different, like he learned her schedule and everything, and he would be out there waiting for her to like just say hey or
oh
anything.
hell no,
Yeah, and like he'd randomly go open, like when she's not there, he'd randomly go open her like storm door and just, whatever, like there's nothing there, like it's just a door,
right, like you, it's
but he's
just
like,
yeah, like you
I-
can't really do anything.
I assumed he was probably trying to catch a whiff of her apartment, because that seems to me like a man thing. Cause,
yeah, like her smell.
yeah,
or,
because
yeah,
you know how
okay.
like if you open a storm door on an apartment, you're probably gonna smell what the inside of their apartment smells like. Like
Right,
everybody's
'cause it'll
house has a
bring-
smell, their own personal
Yes.
smell. So by him opening the door, I was like, he's probably trying to smell her,
Yeah, I could see that. That's actually a good point because I wouldn't know what else would be the point of him opening the storm door
Yeah,
and not being able to do anything else.
the way that the stairs were set up on these apartments, like the stairs coming up, his door was right at, so she would come home and he would have his door wide open, like, hey, how you doing, like trying to block her from getting by.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
like,
don't like that. That's
why
creepy.
why are dudes like that? Like, how can you be that stupid
That
and just
ick-
creepy?
That icky and
Yeah,
gross.
like,
And
what
it's
makes
like-
you think
and
somebody
what do
don't
you-
like that?
And like, well, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, at what point in your brain do you think, oh man, I'm gonna get her this way,
Yeah,
right?
like,
She's gonna fall in love with me now,
yeah,
right? And it's just like, how is that a thing? Well, and it was so funny because like I've got this friend who's gay, and he was a few years ago we were talking, and he said that he hates when he ends up having to walk behind women because he feels like he makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, and I hate it so much because I just want to scream, it's okay, I'm gay, right? And I'm like, you probably should, honestly. And that would probably ease them a lot. I'm like, or at least just throw a like, ooh, girl, I love those shoes. Or just some, like,
Right.
damn, girl, that is a killer dress and you are slaying. Like, just something to kind of give them some indication, like, oh, okay, he's gay. It's fine, right? Because he said, especially when he's leaving like a bar or a concert or something, and he ends up walking behind girls, and he's just like, I just always feel so bad because I know I'm just making them so uncomfortable. And I'm like, just scream, hey, it's okay, I'm gay. Like, it's fine. But I don't understand the concept of putting yourself, like, I understand, like, shoot your shot, but like, do it like a normal person. Not like a stalker, not like an overzealous somebody. Don't have the crazy eye while you're talking to them.
I read this. I'm in this group on Facebook. It's like anonymous confessions and questions or something like that. And there was this, and you can post anonymously. And this person, which it was obviously a girl, but she said she had met this guy. They went out one time, and then they ended up doing it. And then after that, she kind of realized, like, he's just not for me, blah, blah, blah. And she'd rather just be friends with him. But she also said that, like, he was texting her just left and right, and calling her and trying to hang out again. And she was like, what do I do? Like, do I just straight up tell him, like, I just want to be friends or this and that? And I was like, no, You cut
Yeah,
it
I wouldn't
off.
even
You
offer the
tell them you
friends.
don't want anything to do with him. We had our
Yeah.
time. Cut it off. Don't be friends with him. Nothing like that, because he's just gonna
Yeah, because you're
continue to
just gonna
wait.
keep that door open.
Right. He's gonna wait for that one little opportunity that he feels that he has an in. Like maybe
Mm-hmm.
she laughs a little harder at something, and he's like, "Ooh, now's
Right.
my chance." Like
Like, yeah, she's in love with me
it's
now. I
it's
can get
always
in there.
yeah. And like if somebody's not interested in me, I can tell. And I'm more embarrassed to keep chasing them if I know they're not interested
Well,
in me.
that's, that has always been my thing too. Like, I've never been the type of person that wants to make somebody try to stay with
Right.
me or be
Yeah.
with me because I'm just like, okay, but because even if it works, right? Let's say you guilt and manipulate somebody into staying with you or giving you a shot or whatever the case is, don't you feel kind of gross about yourself? Like,
Like you pressured them
it's
into it.
yes, like, oh, well, they're only here because, I guilted them or they felt bad or,
Yeah.
oh, they're only here because, I gave them that love potion last week in their drink at the work get together and now they're obsessed with it. Like, doesn't it feel like, because it's not real, it's not
Yeah.
genuine. And
Yeah.
then what's the end game? It's not
And
going to work out.
there right, but there's also that part too where maybe they're doing it just because they feel bad for you. And like I don't want somebody to just
The
do some
pity.
yeah, I don't want something out of pity. I don't like
Ew,
if
gross,
if
no.
if you don't like me, I don't want to be around you.
No, because there's like so many
I
other
don't I don't
people.
want you to pretend. I don't want to have to
No.
it just seems stupid to me.
Ugh, that makes me feel gross. Like I feel like I need to shower, like just thinking about it, because it's
Right.
just like there's so many fucking people out in the world, and there's somebody for everybody, and honestly, there's multiple people for everybody,
Mhm.
right? Like
There's enough.
there's so many, so it's like you don't have to like beg somebody or plead with somebody or barter with somebody to be with you. There will be people that want to be with you.
Mhm.
And isn't it better just to hold out for something like that instead of try to manipulate and trap somebody else that
You would
doesn't
think.
want you and you like and why would you want them?
I, I've known women in the past that just have a hard time finding somebody. Like, and really, ultimately, it's because they're just choosing the wrong type of person. They're just kind of blind
They
to,
keep they keep to the same shithole
right?
pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
The
And
same type of
they
guy.
just
Yeah.
don't see what everybody else sees,
Right.
and like they're just all they want is this relationship and this and that, and it's just stop worrying about it.
Yeah, like it
Enjoy
will
what you have.
happen.
Yeah, enjoy what you have now. Like there's some people out in the world that would just kill to be single and
Right?
just not have
Right?
to answer to
And
somebody.
well, and that's what like me and my friend we were actually talking I was actually talking to her yesterday. And because she hasn't dated anybody for years now, and I was asking her, I was like, so like, are you getting on the dating scene, are you looking for anybody, like what's going on, like I know you wanted to kind of wait to kind of get your shit together before you tried to reach out to other people. And she said, honestly, no, because she was like, I can just go do what I want to do or
Hmm.
not do something or make myself food and clean up after myself. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to, you know, like bow down to somebody else what they want to do and make me do it because okay, well, we're a couple and I don't, she's like, why would I want to do that?
I feel like
And
that
I'm like, I get it.
it's more common these days. People realizing like it's way easier to be by yourself.
It really is. Well, and I mean, you know my hubs,
Hmm.
and I'm very lucky and I love him to death and I'm obsessed with him. But I think one of the good things about our relationship, and we did this very, very early, and I don't even think it was necessarily on purpose, but we'd both been married and divorced, we'd been dating, it wasn't going great, everybody was stupid and sucked and
Hmm.
gross. But like if I want to do something, I just let him know that I'm doing it.
Right.
I don't ask his permission right? Like he knows if he wants to come, he's more than welcome, but if he doesn't, I'm not going to make him come with me, right? Like perfect example, last night I went to go see shout out Beyond Recall. Woo woo. They were in Alpharetta. And I told him a few days prior to that, I'm like, oh, hey, babe, Beyond's playing in Alpharetta. I'm going to go see them on Saturday. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. That sounds fun. And he does the same thing. He's like, oh, next weekend, me and the boys, we're going to go to Petty John's and go caving for the weekend. Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's like, I think that helps a lot because I feel like we're all humans and individuals and we all have things that we like and things that we don't like. And our partner is not going to be on that level all the time.
Yeah, you're not gonna like doing all the same things.
Right. And you still need your space, right? You still need
Right.
your friends, your things, your hobbies, your time, right? And I think a lot of people get caught up in the, oh, well, if he doesn't want to go see that movie, then we're not going to go see the movie. Or if she doesn't want to go out, then we're not going to go out. And then you start resenting
Mm-hmm.
things a little bit over time. And I think that's kind of where it crumbles. I think if you keep your individuality, you can I think that's where the key is keeping your individuality
I think
yours.
it what most relationships lack is it takes a lot of trust.
Mhm.
You don't see many couples like that anymore to where the husband can just go off for the weekend and go caving, or you can go to whatever show,
Mhm.
like hey, I'm going to be doing this, and cool, have fun. It's
Yeah.
nowadays it's more of like, well, who's going to be there? How long are you going to be gone?
Mhm.
Like, why didn't you
Yep. When
invite
are you
me?
getting home and
Yeah.
where are you doing all these things?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, and that's why I don't think we ended up doing this, we didn't end up that way on purpose, so to speak. It was
Mhm.
just kind of more of like I'm not, cuz I've always had that kind of attitude in any relationship that I had was like I'm not going to make you come with me because then I'm just going to have a shitty time.
Right.
So if you want to come, come, but if you don't, it will not hurt my feelings. Right?
There's
Like I am capable of having a good time. It's fine. Right? And I think that cuz we've never looked at each other's phones. We've never gotten anything like that because I kind of feel that way about kind of what we were talking about if somebody doesn't want to be with you
Mhm.
if you're putting in a whole lot of effort to keep something that good of a secret for this long, fuck it, keep going,
Yeah.
I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah, I is it seems, I don't know, maybe it's the speed up of dating. Like, it wasn't this easy to date back in the day, and then it just
Yeah, you had to actually go out
think of,
and meet
like,
somebody or be set up.
anybody could easily meet 10 people a month, but
Oh,
back in the day you had to work to meet 10
yeah,
people a
you
month.
actually had to leave the house.
Yeah, right.
You had to get all dolled up
So it's like this influx of interactions, and
and there's so many options, right? And
yeah.
I wonder if that's overwhelming as well.
God.
Oh, you matched with 27 people.
Right.
I don't even know 27
Yeah,
fucking
you got to
people.
set time aside to go through all these files.
No shit.
You
And it's
know?
just, I think that what we're kind of missing too is that not every problem or every inconvenience means that you just stop.
Mhm.
I feel like because it's just really easy to just throw yourself on all these dating apps and start talking to all these people and make you feel good about yourself and date and all this stuff. I feel like that almost kind of takes people out of forming that foundation and actually working and doing
Mhm.
life together as a couple, right? Just because you had a fight or like to sleep with the fan on and they don't, well, that in that case do dump their ass because
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
bullshit.
I totally agree.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But just I think there are you can pretty much work through anything, right? And I feel like a lot of people just kind of they don't want to fight for it.
Yeah, like as long as you're faithful to each other and not hiding shit or doing stupid things, drugs or whatever, like just be happy, like enjoy it, like don't worry
Yeah,
about.
well, and even those things you could work through,
Yeah,
right? If it's worth it to you,
if it's worth it, yeah,
right?
for sure.
You can work through it, and I think that if you're, if you're not ready to put in that work, definitely at least don't marry anybody. Just
Mm-hmm.
date,
Right.
maybe. I think it's great where I saw where um some couples, um kind of, you're part of this as well, they'll date for a long time, don't live together, don't, and they don't
Yeah.
do that stuff, and I'm like, honestly, if that works for you, that's great. I think that's great.
It's a
Because it's a big commitment, and
yeah.
it does change. You have to compromise, and you have to change things.
I've heard, I even like something even recently, but like I've heard like the whole sleeping in separate beds or separate bedrooms has kind of, it's almost like kind of resurfaced as a thing. And then
I have also seen that.
I was at Sammy's not too long ago, and I may have heard wrong, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. But the husband had his own house and the wife had her own house.
Well, a famous couple, they were together for a decade and a half. It was Helena Bowen Carter and what's his face? My mind. The director that Johnny Depp always works with, and that's my man's, and nobody can tell me any different. Anyway, they had two separate homes. They were close to each other.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
was
yeah.
close proximity, but she had her house and he had his house. And I was like, initially when I heard that, I was like, well, that's weird. But the more I thought about it, I was like, actually, that's great.
Right? Like
You know?
there's
Like,
there's so
I
many
get
more
it.
pros than cons.
Yes. Well, and since earlier this year, Darren switched to night shift, and honestly, I hate it.
Mm.
He hates it.
Yeah, I've never been a night shift person.
But we're a couple that we need each other's
Right.
energy,
Yeah.
right? Like we need that time. Like that's where we are at
Mhm.
best. And so having this mismatched shit all the time is super shitty. But at the same time, like my dad worked graveyard at Lockheed for decades.
Mhm.
And I mean, they're a horrible example because I think they only did that because they hated each other. But I think sometimes you can make that work. And I guess it just depends on, what kind of couple you are, right? Instead of getting caught up in what a couple is supposed to be.
Yeah, it depends
right?
on
And
the dynamic of the relationship and all.
yeah, like, and I don't think you should feel bad about it if it's a
No.
little unconventional, a little,
No,
a
it's
little
whatever
different.
works best for you guys.
Yeah, if it
like,
works for you, fuck yeah, rock that shit.
like
man.
this
I
is
think
my
it's great.
person. Just because we don't live in the same house and all that, like I like things
Doesn't-
my way, she likes things her way, but that's my person, and
And sometimes keeping it that way is better than risking the relationship.
yeah, that's
You
that's
know?
an interesting thing. Like
It is.
that's crazy to think about, but I kind of like it.
I mean, I get it. I totally get it. Unfortunately, we did not start that way, so I think it'd be a little weird
Yeah,
for me to be like, "Hey,
yeah.
babe,
Yeah,
I'm gonna need you to put a house somewhere else."
that would be taking you out of your comfort zone at that point.
It'd be a little different. We're
Yeah.
we're
Right.
used to it now.
Right,
But
you've
like,
adapted, acclimated. Yeah,
exactly. Like I'm gonna need you to find your own place, but we're still together.
yeah, it'd be tough.
I think Darren might be a little confused of like where that's coming from.
He's just like, okay.
What the fuck did you just
mean,
say? It's like,
I
I'm
guess.
gonna
I
need
mean,
you. But like we're still together, like we're still married and all that good stuff. You could come over all the time, but I'm just saying you're gonna need to find your own.
it's like 5 years down the road, he pops in on a Sunday morning, like, so I'm still a little confused.
Right, like, is this working for you?
Like, what's going? Like, I don't
Or
understand. Like,
Can I
everything.
move back because I don't know how to. I
haven't
know
even
how this
unpacked
washing machine
boxes.
works.
Yeah.
It was adorable because I do have to tell this funny story because he won't listen. So he won't kill me from
Nah.
embarrassment. But a few months ago, I was down for the weekend, just health. I had this weirdo health thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I was down. And he was so great. He was like, "It's okay, babe. You lay down. You put on a movie that'll make you feel good. I'll bring you tea and all these things." And he's like, "And I'll just whatever you normally do on Saturdays, I'll do it." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "I got this." Okay. And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Okay, what do you do?"
What?
And I was like, "Well, I'll sweep and mop the floor because we have dogs, right? So I have to sweep and mop pretty much every day."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, what else do you do?" Because he didn't want to do this. It's like, "What else do you do?" And I was like, "Well, we need to do some laundry." And he's like, "Laundry, I got you.
He's like,
I
"I
can
can do
do
that."
this, right?"
I've done
So
laundry.
yeah, he's like, "I got this." He's like, "I was an independent man at some point in my life, right?" So he brings in and he loads up the washing machine, he closes it, and he's just staring at the washing machine.
Just waiting.
And I'm just
He
like,
didn't want another task.
I was like, well, he hadn't started it yet was the problem. He was
Oh.
just, he closed the lid and he was just staring at it. And I was like,
Oh yeah. He had to.
"You need help?" And he was like, "Nope. It's a washing machine. I've had them before. I got this." And he's just staring at it. And I'm like, "Babe, I can start it." And
They
he's like,
are a
"No."
little tough to figure out these days.
Well, in his defense, it is like a brand new washing
Yeah,
machine to
yeah.
us. So it's like he's never touched it other than putting it in for me. So he like,
That's hilarious.
but he was just standing. I'm like, "Do you need help?" And he's like, "No, damn it. I'm a grown ass man and I was able to take care of myself before. I should be able to do it now." And I was like, "Okay." 2 minutes later, he walked away and I started the washing machine.
Oh my god.
But it
No.
was so it was so funny because you could just see he was so frustrated because he was like, and he because later he was like, "This is your fault. You did this to me." And I was like, "Did what? Like, what did I do?" He's like, "I can't do shit for myself anymore. This is bullshit. Like, I am screwed." And I was like, "Well, that was my evil plan, dumbass." Right?
Yeah.
Like,
it worked.
That's why I did it. Because like, where you gonna go? You can't even wash clothes. But like, it was just. Bless his heart. But he was just like, I'm like, "Do you need help?" He's like, "No, I got this. I've had washing machines before."
That's awesome.
And I was like, "Yeah." But yeah, it is one of those new, and it's got different buttons because we're. And
There's a lot to
honestly,
them, yeah.
yeah, it is. And honestly, we ended up just going back to an old school washing machine because this one of the sensors broke, and it's a brand new fucking washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the sensors messed up on the lid lock.
Oh.
And now like the whole damn machine's basically this big ass paperweight. And I was
That's
like,
lame.
I don't give a fuck if it's a top loader. I don't give a fuck if the door doesn't lock. Right? Just wash my clothes.
Every microwave I've ever had, there's only been 2 buttons on it I used. Is the 30-second button and the stop button. Or not even the stop button, like the cancel or whatever, but
right.
this is one button I use, the 30-second button, that's it.
Right. The year before last, our first Christmas in our new house, I bought Darren a KitchenAid. He's been wanting one forever. Now, again, I'm the one that uses it, but whatever. So I got the pretty, like, vintage teal colored one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want a lame one. I didn't want a black one or silver. Like, I wanted fun color. And so I was like, ooh, I can get a vintage microwave to match.
Yeah.
And I did, and it's awesome, and I love it. The problem is, though, there's a problem, though. I have to hit an extra, like you hit the knob and you can move it around for the different settings and all these things. I don't know what any of them mean. So I don't use it ever. And then when it's done, it has the safety feature where the door stays locked until you hit this other button.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
To open it. And so like now I've gotten it down to where I'm like, do 30 a minute, minute and a half too, right? And then I just hit the little door thing. But I was just like, at first I was like, what is this spaceship in my kitchen? I just wanted a cute, fun little microwave.
Like, who has ever had an emergency where they shouldn't have opened their microwave?
Well, that's what Darren said, because he was like, why isn't the fucking door opening? And I was like, oh, it's like, and I was reading the manual, right? And I was like, oh, it's a safety feature. And he's like, safety for what? It's a fucking microwave.
Yeah, like, come
right?
on.
He's like, it's not like it's an oven that was at 475 and somebody's opening it and burning their hand or
Right.
something. He's like, it's a microwave. It instantly cools off.
That's
like,
wild.
when you open the door. And he's like, and nobody, it's like they can't like shut themselves in
Yeah.
the microwave. So it's not like they can
And if you did shut
themselves
yourself in, you'd
start
probably
it.
lock yourself in.
Yeah,
So it's more of a safety concern than it
So I
is.
was like, damn it, now they've gone and ruined microwaves too, right?
Yeah.
Like, damn
Damn.
it. Like, when is smart too smart?
Wear a helmet and a face mask before you heat your food up.
For real, before you wash clothes, do microwave, anything. It's crazy. I'm just like, okay, guys, is this
Yeah.
convenient or is this just a pain in the ass now? Because
It's a wild world we live in. And
I feel like it's a little bit more complicated than when I was a kid
a
and
little-
unnecessary.
yeah, a lot of unnecessary
Especially vacuums.
Mm.
Fuck vacuums. They're the bane of my existence because my mama's 1989 vacuum, whatever the hell brand that was back then, would still work today and would still suck up the whole damn area rug.
things. Yeah.
I have had to buy a new vacuum every year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah, it's usually they're shit.
Assholes.
They weren't like they
Total
were when
ass.
you could buy them at your front door.
No, maybe we should bring those back.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bring like door-to-door salesmen back.
I don't know
Not
about
all
that,
the shitty
but
products
Yeah.
that they sold. Not those. No, not those. But like, you know.
I say bring
Well-
the vacuums back, not the salesman. I
Okay,
can buy that.
I'm down with that because, like I said, man, that vacuum
Yeah, they're way better.
would fucking vacuum
They'd
the planet.
suck a golf
without
ball
it
through a
having it. Hell
Hose,
yeah.
water hose.
Dude, now the freaking vacuum gets a little ball of hair in it. And it's like, I can't do anything. And it's like, what the fuck?
You gotta have to send it to therapy. Like
Yes, and
it's
just like,
confused
"No,
about its
my
gender.
God, you turned me on 2 days in a row. I can't take it. It's trauma. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Vacuums today are liberal.
Yes. Like, ew, it's dirty though.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's hilarious.
not once you do your shit, dumbass.
Right.
Like, come on, just vacuum. But yeah, no, fuck appliances.
Right.
We're going old school.
Yeah.
And they mess those up too.
Mm. All right. Well, this has been a good time.
It has.
Yeah, we touched on some good things tonight. That was fun.
We did.
Yeah. So everybody go subscribe or don't. Who cares? And
Not
then
us.
yeah, Amanda, I hope you have a wonderful night. And
You as well.
tomorrow's
Wayne.
Monday, and we're gonna power through it.
Woo! Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Gotta love it. Yep.
Thank you
All
guys for
right.
listening to Reckless Banter. We are out of here.
Mean it. Mwah.
Bye.